In February 2026, something happened that made the entire tech world stop and stare. OpenAI announced it had raised $110 billion. Just think about that for a second. That's not just a big number, it's a number so large that it's bigger than the entire economy of many countries. On the surface, it looks like one thing: massive confidence. The smartest investors in the world are all backing one company, all saying the same thing: this is the future. But what if that's not the full story? What if that number isn't just about confidence, but survival? Because when you look a little deeper, the picture starts to change. Let me ask you something. If a company is truly dominating its industry, why does it need that much money? Just a couple of years ago, OpenAI looked unstoppable. ChatGPT launched in late 2022 and did something no product had ever done before. It hit 100 million users in just 2 months. It wasn't just popular, it felt like a shift in how humans interact with technology. Students used it, businesses used it, developers, writers, designers, everyone. It felt like the beginning of something huge. And at that time, OpenAI wasn't just leading the race, it was the race. Even the CEO, Sam Altman, confidently talked about the company's future. He even said he disliked ads, calling them a last resort business model. That's how strong things looked. But fast forward to 2026, and things don't feel so simple anymore. Ads have started appearing, costs are skyrocketing, competitors are catching up fast. So what changed? The answer is something most people don't think about when they use AI. It's incredibly expensive. Not just to build, but to run, every single day. Every time you type a prompt, every time the AI responds, it's using powerful servers, massive data centers, and extremely expensive chips. Back in 2023, it was already costing hundreds of thousands of dollars per day just to keep ChatGPT running. Now imagine that number today. Bigger models, more users, more features. The costs don't just grow, they explode. And here's the real problem. Most users don't pay. Think about it. Millions, even hundreds of millions of people use AI tools every week, but only a small percentage actually subscribe. So now you have a situation where the more successful the product becomes, the more it costs to operate. That's a dangerous position to be in. Now you might wonder, if AI is so expensive, why aren't all companies struggling like this? Why does it seem like only OpenAI is under pressure? The answer is surprisingly simple. Other tech giants already have money, huge amounts of it. Companies like Google, Microsoft, and Meta don't rely on AI to survive. They already have massive businesses generating billions every quarter. Search engines, cloud services, ads, software subscriptions. AI, for them, is an addition. A way to protect and improve what they already have. Even if their AI loses money, their core businesses cover it. But OpenAI? AI is the business. There's no backup system printing cash in the background. No giant ad network. No enterprise software empire. That means one thing. OpenAI has to make AI profitable. And right now, that's incredibly difficult. Let's break it down in the simplest way possible. In 2025, OpenAI was making around $20 billion in annual revenue. That sounds massive, and it is, but their future costs? Potentially over $100 billion per year. That's not just a gap, that's a massive financial hole. So the big question becomes, how do you fill that hole? The first idea is obvious: more users. And yes, OpenAI has a lot of them, hundreds of millions, possibly close to 1 billion weekly users. But here's the catch, only about 5% of those users actually pay. That means the vast majority are using the product for free, while still adding to the costs. So even with huge popularity, the revenue doesn't scale fast enough. Now think about this. If that conversion rate stays the same, OpenAI would need billions of users to break even. Not millions, billions. That's nearly half the planet. And realistically, that's not going to happen. So now we arrive at a crossroads. If more users aren't enough, what else can they do? Raise prices? That risks losing users. Add ads? That changes the user experience and contradicts what they once believed in. Build new products? That takes time and more money. Enterprises? Yes, that's promising, but also highly competitive. So what's left? More funding. And that brings us back to that $110 billion headline. Because here's where things get really interesting. That number isn't as simple as it sounds. Not all of that money is available immediately. In fact, a large portion of it comes with conditions. Some of the funding only arrives if OpenAI achieves something called AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. But here's the problem. No one fully agrees on what AGI actually is. Is it human-level intelligence? Superintelligence? Something else entirely? It's not clearly defined. So tying billions of dollars to that milestone is uncertain at best. Another big chunk of funding depends on something more concrete. Going public, an IPO. Now this is where things shift from technology to strategy. When a company goes public, it's not just about its current performance, it's about the story it tells. Investors aren't just buying what the company is today, they're buying what it could become. That's why companies that don't make profit can still be valued at hundreds of billions, or even trillions. Because people believe in the future. And that's exactly what OpenAI is betting on. The belief that AI will transform the world, and that it will be at the center of it. But there's a catch. A big one. When a company goes public, it has to open its books. Everything becomes visible. Revenue, costs, losses, risks. No more mystery. And then the question becomes unavoidable. Do the numbers support the story? If they do, OpenAI could become one of the most valuable companies in history. But if they don't, what happens then? Think about the bigger picture for a moment. AI isn't just a trend right now, it's one of the main drivers of the global tech market. A huge portion of recent stock market growth has been tied to AI-related companies. So if confidence in one major player starts to break, it doesn't just affect that company, it sends ripples across the entire industry, and possibly beyond. So now we're looking at something much bigger than just one company. We're looking at a moment, a turning point. Is this the beginning of a new technological revolution, or are we in the middle of something more fragile? Something that depends heavily on belief. Because at its core, that's what this is really about. Belief. Belief that AI will reshape everything. Belief that the companies leading today will dominate tomorrow. Belief that massive investments today will pay off in the future. But belief can be powerful and dangerous. Because if it's proven right, the rewards are enormous. But if it's proven wrong, the consequences can spread far and wide. And that's what makes OpenAI's position so unique and so risky. It's trying to do everything at once. Be a consumer product used by millions. Be an enterprise solution for businesses. Be a research lab chasing the ultimate goal of AI. All while managing one of the most expensive technologies ever created. Meanwhile, competitors are taking different paths. Some are focusing only on businesses. Some are integrating AI into existing ecosystems. Some are moving slower, but more carefully. And that raises an important question. Is speed the advantage? Or is sustainability the real key to winning? Because being first doesn't always mean finishing first. History has shown that again and again. So where does that leave us? OpenAI has the users. It has the technology. It has the attention of the entire world. But it also has massive costs, intense competition, and a business model still being figured out in real time. So the story isn't over. Not even close. In fact, it might just be getting started, and maybe that's why this matters so much. Because this isn't just about one company, it's about the future of AI. The future of technology, and in many ways the future of how we live and work. So the next time you hear a headline like $110 billion raised, don't just see the number. Ask yourself, what does it really mean? Is it confidence? Is it ambition? Or is it something else entirely? And maybe the most important question of all, are we watching the rise of one of the greatest companies in history? Or the beginning of one of the biggest risks ever taken? Because one thing is certain, however this ends, it's going to affect all of us. and we're all watching it unfold in real time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.